Okay, hello again. It's day 18 of my 22 push-up challenge. I had way too much going on this weekend between doing fencing, replacing a roof on a goat shed, and doing some renovation on a house to put any time into the challenge or videos. So I just took the weekend off instead. But I'm back for the next installment today. Today I'd like to pick up where we left off. Just to kind of recap, on day 15 we covered some neuroscience basics, and on day 16 we covered how changes in the brain occur. On day 17, the last episode, we covered how PTSD can cause certain, perhaps undesirable changes, most notably the atrophy of brain volume in certain brain regions, resulting in undesirable behavioral responses. Today I'd like to spend a few minutes discussing some promising new lines of research to deal with the detrimental effects of PTSD, and perhaps may even lead to restoration of these brain volume and behavioral responses. The most commonly applied therapies in use today for veterans with PTSD, and the one most offered by the VA, are called prolonged exposure, and the other is called cognitive processing therapy. Prolonged exposure therapy involves having the patient recall every detail of their traumatic experiences, with the idea being that continuously analyzing the memories will soften the sting of those memories and cause them to be less disrupting in the future when these memories suddenly surface into consciousness. It focuses on relaxation techniques such as breathing to help with calming and de-stressing. It uses real-world reenactment scenarios as well as talk therapy to help the patient come to terms with those experiences. Cognitive processing therapy, on the other hand, is a group therapy technique where people with similar traumatic experiences can share their feelings. It takes advantage of the sense of shared experience and camaraderie that veterans are typically attracted to, helping them feel less alone and easing any guilt or negative emotions resulting from those experiences. It features educational components to help patients understand PTSD, awareness of their own, perhaps suppressed feelings as well. It provides learning skills and techniques to help patients work their way through difficult times. And finally, it helps them to understand the changes in their thought processes and beliefs that have resulted from those experiences. That is, changes in trust, self-esteem, relationships, or in their feeling of safety. Those are the current psychotherapeutic approaches to PTSD treatment. However, on the horizon, there may be help in the form of several novel techniques using technology. One of these being tested at Emory University is a virtual reality simulator that allows the patient to experience a realistic environment similar to what occurred in their traumatic event, with a counselor present to help them talk through those experiences while they're reliving them. Another potential treatment is the use of TMS, or transcranial magnetic stimulation. This is a technique that uses imaging from EEG or fMRI testing to isolate areas of the brain that are not properly synchronizing or are excessively passive, and then using TMS, which is the stimulation of neural activity through the use of electromagnetic coils and the insertion of magnetic pulses into select brain regions to stimulate those neurons into action. Finally, yet another technique that is a potential is the use of drugs that stimulate the growth of new neurons, and drugs that encourage the expansion and arborization of dendritic or synaptic connectivity to restore atrophied regions to their normal state. Of course, all of this research takes money, and your contributions can help. Well, that's about all I have for today. Tomorrow, I think I'll wrap up the series with some discussion of some of the veteran organizations with excellent reputations for getting donations to the veterans or to the research groups, and some good organizations you might want to consider when choosing where you would like to donate. That's it for today, and my 22 push-ups for day 18 will follow in the upcoming segment.